Greetings, everyone. This is definitely not your favorite player in the game.
Wow.
Now, I will introduce you to the cook I've made for my Lishena deck. You see, I always do these weird builds since I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player that everyone always complains about. So, as for the Lishena package, I got this really good card that not only clears the board, helps me clearing the board, it also makes pressure in my enemy HP and give me a little bit of sustainability if played correctly. So I count it as a deletion a package because it's an idolatry card. Now the three searchers, I was playing it at 2, but then I realized late game this is kinda a very oppressive way to wipe a board. So I just made it 3. And the three Lishena. This one is I'm considering lowering it to 2 copies because the third never comes off, and most of the times I don't want to see it on my opening hand, but it still needs a little bit more testing. Now, proceeding with the neutrals, I have this selection of very good cards. So, the Angelic Snipe, I think it's probably a staple now that the game is real quick with the Sanguine and the Sword decks. You really need to clear those 1 and 2 coasts that will be troublesome in the early game. So that's a must.
Just gonna kill them.
Yeah, because they're just gonna kill me. Turn 5.
So it's fair enough.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Now, Rosa is one of the best silvers that, in my opinion, that came up lately because she not only gives me some early game protection, because the Angelic Snipe sometimes isn't enough for obvious reasons. It has ward, and since I can evolve her, she also works as a striker very well. And on top of that, like that is not good enough, she also gives me a draw. And I don't even need to discard anything, so I don't need to put the trials on my deck that because it already has 44 cards, so I don't need more 3 cards to put in.
So she's like pot of greed
Yes, the pot of
with
greed.
legs.
Hell yeah. The pot of greed that goes to the face. She's just awesome.
With
She
balance
does
in it.
everything. She protects, she attack,
Yeah.
and,
And she has balance in her heart. So
and she's the heart of the card. And now, Uriel, the Archer Throne. Well, since I'm playing literally a burn deck, she's just good because she protects me and she helps me burning even faster. So I guess Egghaven doesn't have shit on me.
hell yeah.
And it's mostly because one of the Sanguine players was always finishing me with the Razor Claw.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, that wasn't him.
That
for
was someone
sure.
else.
For sure. Now, let's proceed with the selection of the main
These nuts.
these nuts. The main followers. So I play this one as one off because it's good. It's just not that good, and I always want to put him where when I already have the idolatry setup. So is there.
Just
Sometimes it does something. Yeah, just one.
Just
I was playing 3. I was seeing him too much in my hand before I put 1 idolatry card, and I need 2 before he joins the
Yeah, I
field.
guess.
So alongside with him, I have just 1 evolve. I mean, there's 2 here
I
because
play two because you're not the boss of me.
yeah, they might ban it. Yeah, just kidding. I just forgot to take it off because
They
I'm not even using
They
them.
might negate the evil.
Well,
Now,
You know, the Europa is a
the
must
real
have.
evil.
This is the heart. For me, it's like the heart and soul of the deck. It helps me against big boys turbo like the Marwin. I mean, Bro pops that off at turn 4. I just evolve my
You just
Europa
kill them,
and kill
yeah.
it. It's really good. It helps me with the aggression because the evolution has the storm. I only play one because in this game
Negate.
there's no ways to take off an evolve card off the game. If you banish, the base will be banished. This one always go face up to the evolve zone, so to the evolve deck. So there's no need to play an extra copy. So she's aggressive. She clears the big boys, and if not, if playing against something like sword that does small beatings, she clears 2 or 3 followers early on in the game. So she's really good.
She
She's
does
really
have
that
Storm
good.
and Bane though.
Yeah, she does have Storm and Bane though. Now, the Star Reader Stella. Since I'm not playing Merlin, I decided to play the Star Reader Stella because it gives me access to 4 cards and I can choose which one I'm going to play and the next one I'm going to have. So she's really good. Merlin obviously is way better, but this one allows me to fetch the followers too, not only the spells. Uh, Other reason to play both Europa and Star Reader Stella are because they are mages and they have synergy with the rest of my deck. Now, I play one Craig because bro has a really good name,
Craig, brother of Greg.
the Wizard of Mysteria. And you know, I'm not playing the discard package, so and I have other alternatives to drawing cards, but this one might draw me 2 cards. And since it's also a mage, that's actually the main purpose I'm playing it is because he's a mage. There's a lot of
He's Wilbert's friend.
yeah, there's a lot of other cards that makes draws and is getting outdated, but he's still a mage, so he's good for that reason.
Why not the Penguin?
Um,
Penguin. The Penline.
no, I mean the penguin plays really good, but I don't know. Why you ask that?
You're rethinking your life choices. I thought you thought you had a reason. You already told me because you don't need to discard a spell. You just draw.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, there's a reason. This one is discard a card. The penguin is discard a spell.
And
So
you draw first.
I want versatility on my deck, and my spells I probably will need them because I'm playing a lot of followers, a lot more followers than I should probably. Uh, well, this is the Apostle of Truth. She's overall a strong card. She has ward. She gains stats based on my other mages. Uh, there's nothing much to talk about her, except the fact that she can do a pretty good one shot in a monster. Because if I have 3 followers on the field to activate her ward, she will just give 6 damage for free. I mean, if she already has the +2/+2 is a 6/6 at the cost of 4,
Yeah.
and and
Does
it
damage.
will, and she will pop a monster and probably attack something that's engaged and kill it, and she will survive. So cards oppressive cards are good.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oppressive cards are good. You need them to win. Now let's talk about the early spells. The Lamplit training. I'm not playing the blast wand. I think that's how it's called, because okay, even though she has a higher potential of doing 4 damage with spell chain 10, I think that's already too late in the game, and I need it to be a quick spell. So if you want to replace it for a quick spell that goes 1 and does at least 2 damage. Now the fire chain, impressive card. Some people play those 1/1/1 coasts and 2/2/1 coasts. So if they do on turn 2 a play where they play 1 of each, you just clear the board with the same mana cost, and it's also good to finish some monster that you didn't have enough damage to attack, and you don't need you are not obliged to actually do damage to 2 monsters. You can just do 3 damage to 1 monster. So the card is versatile, is cheap, and does a lot of damage. And on top of that, she's already a quick. She's also a quick. Now, my power play, Ryo. Um, I wanted to play as a 2 off. Unfortunately, I still didn't have the chance to buy another one, so I'm just playing one and one evolved, even though I have like
6.
5 or 6 evolved. I mean, because this is actually a good power play. Since my deck is about burning my opponent to death, I probably won't need him. But if someone holds off enough, because other players are playing the Lyrial Angel throne, and that's strong, then I can finish them off with the Ryo play, because I'm playing a lot of monsters that are 2 coasts, and 1 and 2 coasts. I and I've made a very good package to of 3 coasts to play. That if I play this one for 0, I will literally gain 1 play point for free. Um, this can kill most of the stuff that is not a big boy. If I if I have the right setup, this card is extremely good. And if you're playing it for 0, it's even better. Now, this is sustainability. Most of the times I don't want to play it out of Ryo, I just want to play it to gain some health. And this is to clear a bigger monster that the other ones couldn't have done. And probably I'll be playing it out of Ryo, so I'll make a draw for free. Now, for the rest of my Evolve deck, oh, I forgot to mention the Craig, because I mean, if I put him on the field, it probably means that I will immediately evolve it. Since I only have 1 copy, I don't want to miss the chance to draw 2 cards. And this is the extra servant of destruction that is doing nothing here and will leave soon. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't complain too much. I know I'm noob.
Bro.
See you next time. And I wasn't recording. Shit.
Não estás a gozar, estou a ver aqui aquilo. I see it's